Hello, my ninja warriors. What's up, everybody? How is everybody doing? Let me plug in this mic somewhere on my here. Okay, yes, better. Okay, all right. Which chapter is this? Everyone, we are going to finish complex numbers today. Today marks the third lecture of complex number, and you know what? Today we are going to do most requested topic of complex number. Do you know what is this? Cube root of unity is something every JEE aspirant wants to study. I don't know why, ma'am. De Moivre's theorem and cube root of unity. These two things are you going to teach today? These things are you going to teach today? This type of message I get whenever I teach complex numbers. But you know what? In complex numbers, cube root of unity or De Moivre's theorem is relatively a topic which can be mastered a little later. Like first of all, get used to modulus, get used to argument, right? And then get used to polar form, Euler form. Once you are done with that, solve a couple of problems on that. Once you are done on that, then you can go for cube root of unity. Okay, just let me know whether you actually are familiar with these topics which I have mentioned. Modulus, argument, okay, then polar form and Euler's form. These four basic things. Okay, yes, everyone getting it? Ma'am, I got 96 out of 100 in complex numbers. Great. When was the paper? By the way, Louis, I can see you. I can see you quite often, like regularly you are coming to in the channel attending classes, at least to my sessions. I'm not sure about the physics and chemistry. So you are regular in mathematics, that too I can see. Just let me know that which grade are you in? Like, are you 2027 aspirant or are you a 2026 aspirant? All right, everybody, let me know. Okay. All right, so now we are going to start with De Moivre's theorem. Are we ready? Okay. Now, please understand, De Moivre's theorem looks like it is difficult, but it is not very difficult. Okay. How? Let me tell you. So, first of all, we know that, see, we have seen this in Euler's, let me tell you, Euler's form, right? And polar form. What is polar form of complex number? Let us revise a bit. Polar form. Polar form is nothing but Z equals to R cis theta. Cis theta. R cis theta. Okay. Binomial, ma'am, when the binomial session will be held, I'm not sure in which grade are you in, Naveen? So binomial theorem for 2026 aspirants, I think I have conducted at least 3 to 4 sessions in this month. Okay. So we have taken a CYQ session, then it was a noob to sigma session as well. Binomial theorem, so I am doing it. But yes, if you are a 2027 aspirant, so in detail, slowly, we have to study that session. Louis, you are in 8th class. So how come complex numbers in 8th class? Okay, polar form is Z is equals to R cis theta. What is this? R cos theta plus iota sine theta. Okay, here R is modulus and theta is argument. I hope you are aware that if Z is x plus iota y, no, R is what? Tell me, square root of x square plus y square, correct? Okay, this is polar form. But what about Euler's form, my dear student? Euler's form. Euler's form. Okay. Euler's form is nothing but Z is equals to R e power iota theta. So what does that mean? Very important deduction I can say, that cos theta plus iota sine theta is nothing but e power iota theta. Okay, now I am going to do one thing. Okay, which is taking power n both the sides. Okay. So cos theta plus iota sine theta power n is going to be equal to what? E power iota theta power n. Can I write this as e power iota times n theta? Okay. Now understand, e power iota theta is equal to what? Cos theta plus iota sine theta. Now, if I replace theta by n theta over here, what I'm gonna get is cos n theta plus iota sine n theta. That means this is going to be cos n theta plus iota sine n theta. Okay. So what does that mean? Cos theta plus iota sine theta power n is actually equal to cos n theta plus iota sine n theta. That is what is written over here. Can you see? Can you see that what did we have done? What did we do? It's time to block somebody. Okay. What do we do? Remove, hide, or hide first of all. But okay, hide. I think hide. Okay, so this is what I have already proved, that cos theta plus iota sine theta power n is nothing but cos n theta plus iota sine n theta. Okay, all right, yes. Now, again, so this is for integers. If n is an integer. Now, if n is a... It's so cold over here, right? It's so cold over here. Okay. If n is a rational number, then if n is a rational number, then you'll be like, ma'am, why are you segregating? Whatever you have proved is proof for whatever you have proved over here, that cos theta plus iota sine theta power n is equals to this, na? This is for any n. This could be true. This should be true for any n, right? And you know what? It is actually true for any n, but you know what? What we are trying to say is for n integer, these two are absolutely equal. And for n rational, these two are actually equal, but you know what? There may be multiple values of this expression. One of the values of this expression is equals to this. That's what they are trying to say. We'll understand it. We'll understand it, okay, using de Moivre's theorem. Okay, we'll understand it using de Moivre's theorem. Let's understand de Moivre's theorem. And you know what? Once you understand it, then how to apply it. Okay, and then we'll be solving questions. I hope that you know how to go with de Moivre's theorem. Okay, first of all, we'll understand this, that what to do. Okay, then we'll learn with the help of one application problem that how to do. And then eventually, we are going to solve so many questions based on de Moivre's theorem. Give me a green signal that if we are going to start over here, we'll do that. Okay. Now see, again, if at all, this is given, cos theta plus iota sine theta power p by q. Here, p by q is what? A rational number. So, p and q are integer, but p by q is a rational number. So, remember that second thing, wherein what will happen? This is equal to cos theta plus iota sine theta power n is equals to this, is one of the values. Okay. Now understand this p by q. So this one value I am going to write. Okay. Cos theta plus iota sine theta. Okay. Power p by q is equals to what? E power iota theta power p by q. Correct. And it is going to be e power iota theta p by q. And now because ये theta into p by q is one entity, e power iota angle is cos of that angle. Okay, plus iota sine of that angle. Okay, all right. Now all you have to do is you just have to add 2k pi to this. Okay, see, this is one of the answers actually. If you put k is equals to 0 over here, na, k is equals to 0, what are you going to get is cos p theta by q plus iota sine. Okay, but you know what? You have to remember this. Remember this, that what we do is, suppose this type of question is cut 2k pi. 2k pi, what is this 2k pi entity? 2k pi means, see, 30 degree. 30 degree plus 360 degree. Don't you think the value is same? So you know what? The cycle repeats every 360 degree, every 2 pi. So that's why 2k pi. If you put k is equals to 1, it will be 2 pi. k is equals to 2, it will be 4 pi. So 2 pi plus 4 pi plus 6 pi and so on. Okay. All right. We'll understand this whole scenario with the help of one example. Ma'am, for negative integers n, why does de Moivre's theorem still hold? I mean, why do you think it should not hold? I have given you a proof, right? Can you see? I have given you a proof that cos theta plus iota sin theta power n, this n could be anything, absolutely anything. Okay, it could be positive, it could be negative, it could be an integer, it could be a non-integer. So this thing holds true for every n. So why would it will not hold true for negative integer? Why are you specifically asking for negative integer? Okay, this is a generic proof which is true for everything. Okay, right? Let's see this question. Let's understand this question. Let's solve this question and understand that what I am trying to say. Z power 4 is equals to 1. Okay, Z power 4 is nothing but 1. Now, you know what? I want this 1 to express this 1. Can we express this 1 in polar form, especially Euler's form? So, ma'am, if you want to express this 1 in Euler form, first of all, understand there will be 4 roots of this equation. I have to calculate 4 roots. Okay. I know that Z is equals to 1 and minus 1. Plus minus 1 are already 2 roots. But I am looking for the other 2 roots. Are you getting my point? What are we trying to achieve? Because other 2 roots, we also know that those 2 roots are going to be complex. Okay. So now in that case, how to identify? So de Moivre's theorem we are going to use. First of all, Z power 4 is equals to 1. So Z power 4. Euler's formula of this. E power iota into 0. Yes, e power iota into 0. What do you think? Is an equivalent Euler's form of 1. Correct? Okay. Alright. So Z power 4 is equals to e power iota 0. And you know what? Now I am going to remove 4 and apply 1 by 4. Okay. Now remember P by Q de Moivre's theorem. So this is going to give you what? See, e power iota theta is cos theta plus iota sin theta. Okay, power 1 by 4 is actually equal to cos of 2k pi plus p theta. This is p by q plus theta upon 4 plus iota cos of, sin of, just remember the formula, 2k pi plus 1 theta by 4, correct? Okay, here theta is nothing but what? Theta is 0 degree or 0 radian. This is also 0. This is also 0 in that case. Okay, now your k will be starting with 0, 1, 2 and 3. Only 4 values will be there. Why 4 values? Because we are looking for 4 roots. Now quickly put. Okay, if I put k is equals to 0, case number 1, put k is equals to 0. So this is also 0, this is also 0, cos 0. Cos 0 is 1 and sin 0 is 0. Okay, second. Now if k is equals to 1, everybody, okay. If k is 1, this is going to be cos 2 pi by 4. Cos 2 pi by 4. Cos 2 pi by 4 is cos pi by 2 plus iota sin, if you are going to put k is equals to 1, sin pi by 2 is just 1. So this is iota. Okay. Third, over here put k is equals to 2. The moment you are going to put k is equals to 2, 2 2s are 4, 4 pi by, so this is minus 1 plus 0. And for the moment you put k is equals to 3, you are going to get 3. So 3 2s are 6 pi by 4, right? So this is 0 and 6 pi by 4, 3 pi by 2, so minus iota. So clearly your answers are z is equals to plus minus 1 and plus minus iota. And you know what? Especially for this question, please tell me very honestly, especially for this question, we don't need to apply this de Moivre's theorem, because don't you see, we just need 4 roots. Okay, plus minus 1 is there, plus minus iota is also there, correct? Plus minus 1, plus minus iota is also there. And so 4 roots, so we can clearly calculate. But I am trying to teach you with the basic simple example that we know the answer beforehand. In this question, though, we don't have to apply de Moivre's theorem, but we will have to apply de Moivre's theorem in upcoming question. But over here, if you can see that how to apply, the agenda of me explaining is how to apply. Okay. Multiply angle by n makes sense for the positive n, but for negative n, how can you multiply minus n? That's why it don't hold. Multiply angle by n makes sense for positive n. I mean, that's why it don't hold. But who told you that it doesn't hold? It holds for all the integral n. Can you see? I mean, it holds. Why do you not want de Moivre's to hold for negative n? De Moivre himself is saying that, can you see the statement of de Moivre's theorem? N is an integer. Integer can be negative. Integer can be for positive. Why do you want that de Moivre's doesn't hold for negative n? It will hold. I am not sure from where you are getting these answers. Anyway, moving on to the next problem. Okay. And talk about this question. Now let's talk about this. Okay. This question. See, z power 4 is equal to 1 is very easy to solve even without de Moivre's. But this type of question is actually meant for de Moivre's theorem. Okay. Alright. Z power 4 is equals to 1 plus iota. Okay. All you have to do is step by step. 1 plus iota. Euler's form. Everybody. Or polar form. So, ma'am, r cis theta. R is root 2 and cis theta. Theta is pi by 4. Okay. So, this is how it is. And power 4 is there. Okay. So, z power 4 is equals to root 2. And you know what? Now, root 2 power 1 by 4 is already there. Can you see? And this is cis pi by 4 power 1 by 4. Okay. Sorry, this 4 is gone already. Now, z is going to be root 2 power 1 by 4. So, 2 power 1 by 8. This is so there. Now, cis pi by 4. Cis theta. Basically, this is your theta. Remember de Moivre's theorem? De Moivre's theorem says that cos theta plus iota sin theta power p by q is nothing but cos 2k pi. Write it completely, okay? Do not do any shortcut. Plus theta. Theta is pi by 4 over here, okay? And upon p by q. So this is your p. P is 1 and q is 4. P by q. Plus iota sine, same thing is going to happen over here. So this is what your z is. Now start putting k is equals to 0. K will be what? 0, 1, 2, 3. So k is equals to 0 will give you one solution. Okay, so 2 power 1 by 8. If you're going to put k is equals to 0, it is going to be cos pi by 16 plus iota sine pi by 16. Okay, so cis pi by 16. Okay, second, 2 power 1 by 8. If you put k is equals to 1. Okay, so 2 pi plus pi by 4. 2 pi plus pi by 4 to 8, 9 pi by 16. So cis 9 pi by 16. K is equals to 2. Okay, 2 power 1 by 8 and cis. The moment you put k is equals to 2, 2 2s are 4. 4 pi, 4 4s are 16, 17 pi by 16 and k is equals to 3 finally will give you 2 power 8 cis. Now angle, the moment you put 3, 3 2s are 6. 6 4s are 25 pi by 16. Okay. Yes. All right. So many students are writing something. Jasveer from 10th, ambition to become this. and should work in ISRO. Okay, very good, Jasveer. Ma'am, I am JEE 2027 aspirant. I'm feeling binomial a bit difficult. What to do? IITian, have you watched my binomial theorem roar series session? No, I don't think so. You have watched, because if you would have watched it, then you would not say this. Okay. I don't know why JEE aspirants these days look very lazy, huh? You know the material, you know, you can see the comments also in any video, one shot session. If you can see any one shot, the comments will give you honest feedback, honest review. Okay, the fellow students, do you think any student is going to just write compliments for any teacher? No, right? Okay, so I mean, just 2-3 one shots you Google on the YouTube, and then you will realize, okay, I am resonating with this one shot, and the students' feedback is also there. But why did you not watch? Tell me, IIT aspirant, why did you not watch it? Why were you waiting for me to tell you this? I want to know, huh? Ma'am, why are you not replying for me alone? Please help me, ma'am. I don't know how to help you. I tell me how to help you. I'm not sure. What's your confusion? What's your doubt? You are going to tell me, then only I can help you, no? Okay. Anyway. Chalo. So I think this is how it is going to be. Correct? So. Yes. Now let's talk about cube roots of unity. Okay. Cube roots of unity would be a cakewalk for you if you have understood de Moivre's theorem. The past two questions. Ma'am, in that time my chapter was not binomial theorem, ma'am. What does that mean? Binomial theorem is already there in syllabus. This is not nothing new. And my session on road series it's there since more than a year. What are you up to? What are you trying to say? Session is also there, syllabus is also there. You are not there. Chapter was not there, you are saying. Okay, anyway. Ma'am, J dropper, little maths, but physics, nothing in chemistry. So what were you doing, J dropper? What were you doing? You have taken a drop. Okay. You have taken a drop, but you are saying you don't know anything. What were you doing? I don't know how to help you. Okay. Chalo. Z cube is equals to 1. Okay, cube root of unity. Correct? So how to solve it, ma'am? Z cube is equals to 1. We know that Z cube is equals to e power iota 0. Z is equals to e power iota 0 power 1 by 3. Okay. All right. And now, you know what? Z is equals to what? Cos theta. So cos 2k pi plus 0 by 3. Okay. Plus iota sine 2k pi plus 0 by 3. Yes. Okay. So yeah, now put k is equals to what? 0, 1, 2. Correct? You put k is equals to 0. So it is going to be what? Z is equals to 1. If k is 0. Okay. If k is 1, then 2 pi by 3. And then here also 2 pi by 3. So it is going to be minus 1 plus iota root 3 by 2. And k is equals to 2, my dear students. So 4 pi by 3. So minus 1 minus iota root 3 by 2. And you know what? This thing which you are seeing over here is nothing but omega. This thing which you are seeing over here is nothing but omega square. So cube roots of unity, because it is very important. Okay. All right. 1 omega omega square. All right, 1 omega omega square. Please remember, okay, these are the three roots of this equation, correct? Now, so now that you know this, that 1 omega and omega square, okay, see, 1 omega and omega square, cube roots of unity, 1 real and 2 complex, right? 1 real and 2 complex, okay? Another method also to calculate cube roots of unity, z cube is equals to 1, so z cube minus 1 is equals to 0, right? Now factorize, a cube minus b cube, a minus b, a square plus ab plus b square. So from here z is equals to 1, and this is a quadratic equation. If you solve by formula method, minus b plus minus square root of b square minus 4ac, you are going to get this as your answer, okay? So again, you're going to get 1 omega and omega square as cube roots of unity, okay? Now, please note, very important, okay? Please note, very important. 1 plus omega square. 1 plus omega square is 0, okay? You add 1, then this is omega, then this is omega square. Clearly, minus half will be minus 1. So, 1 and minus 1 cancel. Minus root 3 plus iota root 3 is gone. So, sum of cube roots of unity is going to be 0. Okay? Alright. Okie dokie. Yes. Alright. And also one more thing. If you multiply these two things, okay, product of roots, omega square into omega, if you multiply, it will be what? A plus b, a minus b. So it is going to be what? Omega cube. Omega cube is going to be 1. Okay. So sum of cube roots of unity is 0. So this is the thing you need to remember. And product of cube root of unity is 1. So omega cube is 1. Okay. Yes, two things about cube root of unity. Okay. All right. So now one more thing. By the way, some properties of cube root of unity. Now, you know what I'm going to do is, you have got 3 complex numbers, 1, omega, omega square. Can I plot these 3 numbers on complex number and see what happens? Because this is something which will give you actually geometry behind cube roots of unity. Okay. So, I think cube roots of unity is, first of all, 1 is cube root of unity. 1 means 1, 0. Okay. So, 1, 0 is this. So, 1, 0 is the first point. Okay. Then minus 1 by 2 comma root 3 by 2, this is your omega. So this is minus 1 by 2 comma root 3 by 2, this is the point over here, okay, which is actually making, can you tell me what is the angle? So this is making what angle? This is making basically 120 degree. Yes, 120 degree is the angle, 120 degree with this. And so this is origin. And what about this? This is minus 120 degree. Okay, minus 120 degree, this is it. Okay, so these are the 3 points. Now, if you join these 3 points now, you will realize that they lie on a unit circle. Why unit circle? Because you know what? See, if you find the distance of this is 1, this is also 1, this is also 1. So, this is going to lie on a unit circle. Okay, so if we represent cube root of unity by points in the Argand plane and they form an equilateral triangle with side root 3 units. Also, they lie on the circle with unit radius, that means radius is 1. These 2 things, are you going to understand this? These 2 things, are you going to understand this? Okay, yes, did you understood this? Alright, now let's talk about this question. Let's talk about this question. Ma'am, I just wanted your sequence and series for a super one shot. Madam, thank you so much, ma'am. Okay. I think sequence and series already done so many times. Row series after row series detailed. This year also we have done. Then that noob to sigma also sequence and series I have done. CYQ session also we have done. Okay. Then that JEE booster series, I guess, that also I have done. So I think I have done so many times. Okay. Yes. All right. Now let's solve this question. See, understand. Again, r is equals to 0. So let's open this sigma. 1 plus If R is 0, this is also 1 plus 1 plus. Now if R is 1, so 1 plus omega square plus. If R is 2 now, so 1 plus omega square plus omega power 4. And omega this time is 3, correct? So 1 plus omega cube plus omega power 6, everybody. Okay. Now plus. If omega is 4, 1 plus omega power 4 plus omega power 8. And so on. What would be the last thing? Last will be 1 plus omega power 100 plus omega power 200. Okay. Let's see. The first thing is giving me 3. Second thing is giving me 0. Third thing over here, can you see omega power 4? Omega power 4 is nothing but what? Omega cube into omega. Omega cube is anyway 1, so this will be just omega. So again, 1 plus omega square, so this is again 0. Plus, what about this? 1 plus 1 plus 1, back to 3. Okay. From here, we started with 3. Okay. So 3 plus 0 again, this omega, and this is omega square, by the way. So plus 0, and there will be one more 0, because you know what, pattern is going to get followed and it will be continued till this. Now this is what, omega power 99. So this is 1 plus omega plus what about this? 198. Okay, 198 is a multiple of 3. So omega square. So it will end with 0 only. Okay, a term previous to this, let's check. 1 plus omega power 99 plus omega power 199. Okay, so this is going to be 1 plus 1 omega power 99, right? So and this will be 198, sorry, yes. Okay, so this is going to be 3 plus 0, yes. So I think we just need to know that how many 3 will be there. Okay, how many 3 will be there? So I can clearly see that there are how many terms, by the way? 101 terms. 101. Okay, 101 is not a multiple of 3, and that's why 300, 300. So there is one missing term, that is going to be 0 anyway. So let us assume that 102 terms are there. Divide by 3. So clearly 3 3s are 9. And 3 3s are 9, 3 4s are 12, 34 terms. So 34 times you're going to get 3. 34 into 3, 3 4s are 12, 3 3s are 9, and 10, 102. Okay, 102. Correct? Okay. So see, this is the solution. So we started with this. This is your 3 plus 0 plus 0. Then again 3 plus 0 plus 0. Then 3 plus 0 plus 0, correct? Eventually, it will be again 300, but let's check how many terms? 101 terms. What does that mean? That means 3 terms are getting into it. 101 is not multiple of 3. That means there is one more term which is missing if you are trying to make the triplet. Okay? So that, but you know what? 101 terms or 102 terms also you can write, because you know what? After this, even if you're going till 102, 102th term is also 0, right? 300. So this is, so 100th term will give you 3, 101 will give you 0, and this is also 0. So now 102, say if you're going to solve, how many triplets will be there? So 102 into 3, 34. So 300, 300, 300, 300, how many times? 34 times. Okay. So 34 multiple of 3, like that. 3 into 34. Okay. Okie dokie. Yes. Let's do this question now. I am going to give you this question to you only. Ashwin is saying, but there are only 101 terms, ma'am. 101. So 101, tell me. Now 101 is having 300, 300, 300. So how many 300 will be there? Divide by 3. That is going to be what? Slightly less than 34. How many 3 are you going to get? That's what you need to count. 34, right? Okay, now this z square plus 1 is equals to z. So this is z square minus z plus 1 is equals to 0. Okay, so I think, can I just solve it using quadratic formula? So 1 plus minus root 3 iota by 2. Okay, so it is 1 plus root 3 iota by 2 and 1 minus root 3 iota by 2. Tell me one thing, what is omega by the way, ma'am? Omega is minus 1 plus root 3 iota by 2. And what is omega square, ma'am? Minus 1 minus root 3 iota by 2. Can you see that if you multiply negative sign in this, it is going to be this. Minus 1 minus root 3 iota by 2, if you multiply negative, you will get this. That means this is minus omega square. And you know what? If you multiply negative sign in this, you are going to get this, so minus omega. That means root of this particular equation, or please remember this by the way, roots of this equation is minus omega and minus omega square. So minus omega and minus omega square. So clearly now z power 100. So let's put omega only. Okay. Any root, any of one root you can put. You can't put both. Some people will confuse. Okay. So either put minus omega only or put minus omega square only. Again, you're going to get the same value. So this is minus omega power 100 plus 1 upon minus omega power 100. Okay, so minus so anyway gone because power is 100. So omega power 100, can anybody tell me what is this? Omega power 100, ma'am, omega power 99 and omega power 1. Omega power 99 multiple of 3, value 1. So just this is going to be omega and 1 upon omega same. Okay, so this is what? Omega and 1 plus omega square. One more thing, 1 plus omega square is what? 0. So 1 plus omega square is minus omega. So minus omega upon omega is going to give you minus 1 as the final answer. Yes, I think Louis, you are absolutely right. And I don't know, I am not seeing any other answers. Even if you have given, then I am not able to see. Okay. Now this question, this question is actually good. Let's see how many of you can solve this. Terms are responsible to each other. Can we use AM greater than or equal to GM? AM, GM, you can't use. No. Because AM, GM is applicable for positive real numbers. Omega is not a positive real number. Okay. And AM-GM inequality can only be used when maximum and minimum values are asked. So you have your answer now. If the cube roots of unity are given, then the roots of the equation are. Okay. Now, you know what we are going to do is, I am going to transform this equation and it will look like that, ma'am, this is cube roots of unity kind of a thing is looking. Okay, let me tell you. X minus 2 cube is equals to minus 27. Minus 27 is what? Minus 3 cube, correct? X minus 2 upon minus 3 whole power 3 is going to be 1. And now I am going to mark this as Z. Okay. So this is going to be Z cube is equals to 1. The solution of this is what? Z is equals to 1 omega square. Okay. So now this x minus 2 upon minus 3 is your Z. Correct. And this is going to be 1 omega square. Now let's solve. If this is 1, so this is going to be minus 3 plus 2. Correct. Minus 3 plus 2. And clearly if you can see. So Z1 is going to be what? Or X1 you can say. Okay. X1 you can say. X1 is going to be minus 3 plus 2. So minus 1. Okay. X2 is equals to what? Minus 3 omega plus 2. x3 is going to be what? Minus 3 omega square plus 2. Okay. This is your x2. This is your x3. So minus 1 minus 3 omega plus 2. Can you see? And yes, option D is absolutely right. Okay. All right. Clear? So this is how it is going to be. All right. Let's do this question now. Raj Mohanty Singh ma'am, Trigo, please. What are you do? What topics you are writing? These chapters done long back. Galaxy. Ninja ma'am, can you make all the ninja tricks into one playlist? Have you checked that playlist? I have done that already. And I have shared it on Telegram as well. You are coming and telling me all those things which I have already done. You are the one who have not checked. You are the one who is not updated. Okay. Rewrite the equation. It is way easier. Rewrite the equation. It is way easier. Which equation do you want me to rewrite? I am not sure. Rewrite the equation. It is way easier. Are you saying just that we want to open this? I mean, what are you trying to do? I'm not sure. You write it, then only I will see it. Okay. Moving on. Okay. Moving on to the next problem. Ma'am, please do in one shot. What one shot? I don't know. This chat box today is asking me to do a lot of things which I've already done. I don't know why you are telling me that please take that session which I've already taken. I can't take trigonometry daily. Okay. Anyway, now can you recognize what is this? This looks like it is omega, correct? So A is nothing but what? 1 plus omega is there already. And what is this? Sigma. Okay, so this is sigma omega power 2k, k is equals to 0 to what? 100. Okay. A is equals to 1 plus omega is already there. Now let's start with 0. So 1 plus omega power 2 plus omega power 4 and so on all the way up to omega power 200. Let's see now. A is going to be 1 plus omega and this is going to be what? 1 plus omega. See, these three are going to be 0. Okay, so three pairs will be there. How many terms? 101 terms. So the 99 terms will be 0. We have to figure out the 100 and 101th term. Basically, k is equals to last two terms. Out of 101 terms, first 99 terms will be gone. The last one terms will be left out. Otherwise, everything will be 0. No? So this is 0, 0, 0. So it is going to be what? Omega power, if you put 99, so 198 plus omega power 200. Okay. So 198 is multiple of 3. So this is going to be 1 and this is plus omega square. So this is 1 plus omega and 1 plus omega square. 1 plus omega is what? 1 plus omega square is 0. Correct? So 1 plus omega is minus omega square. 1 plus omega square is minus omega. So clearly it is going to be just 1. Okay. So A is going to be 1. A is 1. A is equals to 1. That's the done and dusted. Okay. A is 1. Okay. And now what about this B? Okay, let's talk about B. So K is equals to 0. So K is equals to 0, 1. K is equals to 1, omega cube, omega power 6 and so on. It will be what? Omega power, basically can you see this? Omega cube is anyway 1. So this is 1. So they are just asking you to add 1. How many times? 101 times. How many terms? 101 terms. So B actually is 101. Correct? So now A and B are here. A is 1, B is 101. Correct? So this is wrong, this is wrong. Between these two, can you see sum of roots is going to be 102 and product is going to be 101. Option B is absolutely right. Okay, remembering easy saying, ma'am, I use many of the ninja technique to save so much time in my exams. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm glad that actually you are liking it, and not even just liking it. You are using the techniques to save time. That's what my agenda is. That's why I make so many ninja techniques. Okay, and I'm not stopping. It is we are continuing it. Okay. All righty. Lewis is saying x minus 2 to the power 3 is equals to minus 27, then divided with Lewis, please. Lewis, please. Do you, I mean, what are you doing, Lewis? You are not seeing my solution. Same thing I have done. And you're saying that, oh, I have another technique. Sometimes now you people actually boil my blood, and then after that boiling thing happens na, and then I calm myself down and I just laugh it out. Where is that question? No, I'm going to be there. I'm going to stay there. Okay, where is that question? So Louis is talking about this question. What do you think, Louis? Have I done anything apart from anything, whatever you are saying? Have I done anything else? And not just Louis. Can everybody else see here what I have done? Yes. So Louis is saying x minus 2 to the power 3 is going to be minus 27. Right? So that's what I have done. And set it to 1. You said set it to 1. That's what I have done. Okay, so done. This question, last question, done. Now, let me load another file. Okay. No issues, Louis. Next time, think before you chat or write. Okay. Yes. Thank you, Shivani. Thank you so much. Okay. Now we have nth roots of unity. Nth root of unity. Okay. So, same thing now. See, nth root of unity again, de Moivre's theorem. Suppose z power n is equals to 1. Okay. So, you know what? Z is going to be equal to e power iota 2k pi plus, this is 1 by n, plus theta upon n. Correct? Where k is equals to 0, 1, 2 and all the way up to n minus 1. N roots are there, no? N roots are there. So this is the proper, see, now I am giving you the final answer of every question, be it cube root of unity, be it nth root of unity. Okay. All right. So we can see that, yes. Can we see this? So properties of nth root of unity. nth root of unity. So first of all, understand that nth root of unity, z is equals to 1 plus alpha square, alpha power n minus 1. Okay. So, and this is alpha is equals to e power iota 2 pi by n. Sorry, I have given you something wrong here. Let me check. Okay. Let's not write this. This is also correct. Same answer you're going to get, but e power iota 2 pi by n. Because you know what? This time anyway, e power c. This is z power n is equals to e power iota 0. Correct? So this is going to be e power iota 2k pi plus 0 upon n. Okay, so this is e power iota 2 pi by n power k. And this over here is your alpha. And you know what? K is nothing but this is what your thing is. Okay, now you have understood it better. See, this is what we have done. Remember now, de Moivre's theorem I have applied, nothing else. 0, so 0 is what? Now this is nothing but z power n. So this is power 1 by n, this is power 1 by n, and this is your z only. Okay, this is alpha. By the way, so this is the final thing which you can see in nth root of infinity. Oh, sorry, nth root of unity. Okay. All right. Now please understand this is your alpha, and you have to change the value of n basically. Okay. So you have to change the value of n over here. Property 1 says all the roots are having magnitude 1. All the roots of nth root of unity, suppose cube root of unity, all the magnitude of 1 omega square, everything is 1. Here also magnitude is 1. Okay. Property 2 says if we represent the, now please understand, property number 2 very important. It is same as cube root of unity. Cube root of unity, what was there? If you plot all the 3 roots of cube root of unity, you were getting equilateral triangle. Yes. If you plot all the n roots of unity in complex plane, all you're going to get is an n-sided regular polygon. Suppose n is 4, then you're going to get a square. Okay. If n is 5, then pentagon. Okay. N is 6, hexagon. Okay. Circumcircle of unit radius and center at origin. Okay, it's just an extension of the triangle, nothing else. All right. Yes. So this is how it is going to look. If we represent, because you know what? See, n you have to keep on upgrading. So 2 pi by n. Then it is going to be 4 pi by n. Then it is going to be 6 pi by n. So 2 pi by n, 4 pi by n, 6 pi by n. Then 8 pi by n. Like that. Okay. Yes, that's how it is going to be. Property number 3. Again, z power n minus 1 is equals to 0. Okay. So, z power n minus 1, if you are saying that 1 alpha square and all the way up to alpha power n minus 1 are the roots of this equation. So, simple, very simple. Suppose alpha and beta are roots of any equation. X minus alpha, x minus beta. Okay, so now z power n minus 1 have this root, so z minus 1, z minus alpha square and all the way up to this. So I think this is to something which is like not very difficult. Okay, and this thing to I think quite intuitive, we have done that. Remember z power 4 is equals to 1, this type of thing. So if n is even in this case, then plus minus 1 are the only 2 real roots of the equation. Okay, for example, this x power 6 minus 1. So clearly 1 and minus 1 will be the answer. 1 and minus 1, see this is your 1 and this is your minus 1. 2 roots so you can calculate. Now other 4 you have to calculate. For that, easy peasy, you just have to follow this e power iota 2 pi by n. 2 pi by 6, e power iota pi by 3. Okay, e power iota pi by 3. Now all you have to do is just apply the power. Okay, apply the power. So power will be what? 0. So, power 0 if you apply, you're going to get this. Power 1, this. Power 2, this. Power 3. Can you see 3 cancel? So pi. Power 4, 4 pi by 3. Power 5, this. This is the answer. Okay. Cube root of your nth root of unity. Okay. So clearly, if n is even, then plus minus 1 are the only two real roots of this type of equation, and if n is odd, then 1 is the only real root of this equation. N is odd. Remember, cube root of unity 1 omega omega square. So 1 is the only real root. Other two are unreal. Okay? Yes? Alright. Also, this is also important. Sum of all the roots of nth roots of unity is 0. Remember, 1 omega omega square sum was 0. Same. It can be extended over here. 1 plus alpha square. Sum of all the roots of nth root of unity is 0. And product is what? Product is what? Minus, plus or minus 1 basically. Plus minus 1 depends. Okay, depends on n. So this is how it is going to be. So minus 1 power n minus 1, it depends on your n. If n is even or odd. Okay. Alright. Okay. Let's do this question now. Let's see how many of you can do this question. Yes, it's a complex number. Okay. K is equals to 1 to 6. 2k pi by 7 minus iota 2k pi by 7. Okay. K is equals to 1 to 6. Okay. Now, you know what? This is something different. We need cos theta plus iota sin theta. So, can I actually multiply? See, I am going to multiply iota and divide by iota. Can I do that? Multiply and divide by iota. So, this is iota and this is upon iota. So, this is going to be what? Iota, iota, iota square. In fact, you know what? I need to multiply minus iota by minus iota. Why? Because see, iota is going to give you, oops, no, plus only, sorry, yes. Iota is minus 1. Okay. And there is a negative sign. So, we want plus cos theta, right? Cis theta we are trying to make, that's it. So, iota I am going to make it inside. So, this is cos of 2k pi by 7 plus iota sine 2k pi by 7. Okay. And there is this sigma and this is 1 upon iota. Okay. Alright. K is equals to 1 to 6. K is equals to 1. Okay. Now, by the way, one more thing. What is this? This is e power iota 2 pi by 2k pi by 7. So, 2 pi by 7 plus e power iota 4 pi by 7, right? 4 pi by 7 plus e power iota. So, how many times? It is going to be, if you see 6, if I put 6 2s are 12. So, e power iota 12 pi by 7. Okay. Don't you think, and there is 1 by iota outside this. Okay, we'll deal with 1 by iota a little later. Can you see, this is nothing but see e power iota 2 pi by n. Don't you think this is the case? Okay, and this is your alpha. Correct? Basically, I am linking this to z power 7 is equals to 1. If you are about to find out the roots of this, it will be what? 1 plus alpha square and all the way up to comma alpha power 6. And you know what? 1 plus alpha square, alpha power 6 is 0. Okay, you are looking for what? From alpha to alpha power 6, there are 6 terms. We have 7 roots. They are only considering 6 terms. So, this 1 is missing over here. Sum of all the roots of this equation except 1 is what is written over here. So, this is going to be minus 1. Okay, and this is going to be 1 by iota. So, now if you multiply iota by iota, so this and this cancels. So, iota is absolutely correct. Okay, so let me tell you what I was trying to do. Okay, First of all, this was already there, and you know what? I have multiplied iota by iota. Iota is already inside, so that this is it. 1 upon iota means minus iota. 1 by iota is what? Minus iota, which is staying outside. Okay, now if you focus on this, this is nothing but sum of 6 roots of z power 7 is equals to 1. Except one root, everyone is there. What is that root? 1 is missing. Okay, so what we are doing is, we are actually starting with 1, right? 1 to 6, but we need to start with 0 to 6. If you start with 0 to 6, so now it has all the roots including 1. So basically you have added a 1 in this, so you have to subtract it. Sum of all the roots is 0. We know that, we have just seen this. So minus iota into minus 1 is iota. Okay, sum of 7th roots of unity is 0. Got it? Gotcha? Okay, chalo. One student is saying that, ma'am, can you explain a little bit over here one more time? I will do that. See, come here and see yourself. Come here, where are we? See, we started with this. Okay, understand. Properties, I am starting with the very beginning. I am connecting now all the dots. Now you will understand it much better way. Properties of nth roots of unity. Okay, suppose z power n is equals to 1 is given. First of all, tell me how many roots will be. So, ma'am, n roots. Okay, now how to find this root? Because this is a specific case. Okay, right hand side there is a 1, then only it is applicable. Not every time. Unity. What is so special? Unity. So z power 4 is equals to 1, z power 5 is equals to 1, z power 6, 7, 8, 9 and so on. In such cases, you can apply the direct formula. What is this? This. Okay. Clearly, 1, 2 will definitely be the root of this equation, right? 1 alpha square and all the way up to alpha power 1. These are the n roots of this equation, where alpha is what? This. E power iota 2 pi by n. Okay. Now tell me one thing. Z power 7 is equals to 1. Help me write all the 7 roots of this equation. So clearly, ma'am, 1 comma alpha. What is alpha? E power iota 2 pi by 7 is, ma'am, 1 root. E power iota 4 pi by 7. E power iota 6 pi by 7. Are you getting my point? So 1, 2, 3, 4 roots. E power iota 8 pi by 7, 5th root, 6th root. 10 pi by 7, and finally you have to put what? See, 6 you have to put, right? So 7 you have to put. So n minus 1 tak you have to go. So it is going to be 6 power 6. 6 2s are 12. Yes, e power iota 12 pi by 7. Everybody agree on this? Anybody has any issue in writing all the 7 things? Okay. Now this is what? Tell me. Cos theta. So cos 2 pi by 7 plus iota 2 pi by 7. Sine is there. Sine 2 pi by 7. Yes or no? What is this? Cos 4 pi by 7 plus iota sine 4 pi by 7. Okay, and so on. Okay. Now that you know this, one more thing, one more property you can say. Let me go over here. Sum of nth root of unity is 0. That means if you write all the roots, suppose z power 7 is equals to 1. So what does that mean? 1 plus e power 2 pi by 7 iota plus e power 4 pi by 7 iota and all the way up to e power 12 pi by 7 iota is nothing but 0. Okay. Alright. Ma'am, can you explain alpha and how z power 7 is equals to 1? Okay. Alright. Now this so you know, everybody. Okay. If n is 7. Now the reverse engineering, I am going to talk about reverse engineering. Can you see this? This is what is written over here, sine something minus iota something. Now the moment I see this, I realize that, oh, I don't know this expression. All I know is this theta. Cos theta should be positive plus iota sine theta is what I know. Okay. So my whole thing is how to make it positive. By multiplying iota and dividing it by iota, is it happening? Let me see. So iota into iota minus 1. And one more negative sign, yes ma'am. So let's take this iota inside. Once iota is inside, 1 by iota will still be on the outside. Okay, now see this. What is this? Can you see? Don't you think that this is nothing but e power iota 2k pi by 7, right? 7. Can you see? N over here is 7 now. Okay, so this is it. What is this? Think about it now. What is this? What is this written? So ma'am, I can clearly see 1 is equals to 1 to 6. There are only 6 roots. 6 terms now. So there are only 6 roots of unity. 6 roots. Okay, but ma'am, how come 6? This equation will have 7 roots. Yes. Which root is missing? Think about it. Very obvious. Z is equals to 1 is not even mentioned over here. Okay, 1 root is missing. If I can actually add plus 1 and I can actually subtract 1. So this is going to be sum of all 7 roots, which is 0. So minus 1 upon iota is the answer. If you rationalize, iota will be there. Okay. Hi ma'am, I'm Kaushik. Can you put a video on sequence on series, please? Sequence and series video is already there. I'm not sure. Not sure. Why do you guys are not seeing sequence and series session kya? Home. Okay. Go to YouTube. Okay. Ma'am, so much time is wasted just on one question. So Luis, if this is actually your mindset, time waste on a question, so you should stop studying. And I am glad that you are not preparing for JEE Advance, because sometimes in JEE Advance, to think critically, na, you have to waste in your language. We have to waste so much of time. Okay. See, this is Diksha ma'am's class, na. Let me click. Okay. Let me click on the channel. Open YouTube is actually a good idea, but I don't know whether this application is there. Ma'am, video is there. Remembering easy is saying. Kaushik, video is already there, right? See, Vedantu JEE English, you go here. Okay, sequence and series. So whatever video you want now. Do we have? Yes. Can you see search bar? Search bar, sequence and series. Go to the channel and search. You will realize that Ninja ma'am has done so many sessions already. Okay. So Namrata ma'am, you can write Namrata ma'am also. Okay, sequence and series. Can you see? Sequence and series, Namrata ma'am. Sequence and series. 3 months ago, I have made another video. Okay. Okay. All right. So this is how it is. So many sessions are already there. So make use of it. Okay. Make use of it. All right. Okie dokie. Yes. Are we done with today's session? Mostly we are done. Number of common roots. No, I think again, JEE main level, yes. I think with this question, we are done with today's session. We are done with, yes, noob to sigma also sequence and series I have done. Search it. Okay. So now I think I'm going to see you in another chapter. Okay. Another chapter. Also tomorrow 6 o'clock. How many of you are attending? See, sets, relations and functions already done. Today, what are you doing? You're just coming to this session and writing all the chapters. See, all the majority chapters I have done. Road series, all the chapters done. Then on top of it, there are some done in JEE Booster, some done in Noob 2 Sigma, some done in morning sessions also. Okay? Yes. So LSR only. Sets relation function done. Sets relation function though it is done, it is actually covered recently in JEE Booster. All the 3 sessions. Okay, go and watch. Alright, now let me know which chapter do you want next. Which chapter do you want next? Okay, let me know about it. Alright, yes. Ma'am, I focus in theory more. Is it correct or not? Absolutely, it is not correct. We are focusing more on theory. JEE is all about questions. JEE doesn't give, tell me the concept of this. Can you derive this? Explain the concept. Ma'am, already we are sleeping late. How can we wake up at 8 so to attend the class? Vectors you want me to do next? Probability, yes. One good student. Binomial theorem, LSR only I have already done. So many times I have done, yaar. So many times. Every day do you want me to do same chapter? I won't be able to do that, sorry. Yes. Yes, vectors also done in JEE Booster series, by the way. Okay. Binomial theorem already done. Don't spam. Okay. Probability actually, Ashwin. Probability is one chapter which I have not taken this year. Permutation and combination also done. Statistics video also you will get. Very good video of statistics of mine. Detailed video you can get. Okay. Yes. So practice questions so we are already doing. Tomorrow 6 o'clock in the morning we are going to do questions from the chapter straight lines. Okay, tomorrow straight lines practice session is what we are going to do. Okay, okie dokie. So if at all 2027 aspirants can wake up at 6. Okay. Sorry ma'am, I have just seen now. See, everybody is doing that now. They are not checking and they are just writing comment. Ma'am, do this, do that. Array, I have done that. I have taken so many sessions on this channel, huh? The whole academic year I have taken sessions. You were not there. You were missing. I don't